Hello, good evening, Arun. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay. So we have like very few students here. So we'll wait for a few more minutes and after that we'll start the session. Okay.
Okay,
Let's
sir.
wait for a few more minutes and after that we'll start session.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So now we'll begin the session. Okay. All right. So in the last session, so the concepts of week 6 were discussed, right? So in this session, we'll solve the PPA problems, okay, of week 6. All right, is that okay? Okay. So let me share my screen and we'll solve the PPA problems of week 6. Okay. Can you see the screen? Yeah. You need to do this. You need to accept a sequence of words as input. Create a dictionary name frequency, freq, okay, FREQ, whose keys are distinct words in the sequence. The value corresponding to key should be the frequency of occurrence of the key, okay? All right. So the input is of this form. The words are separated by comma, and then yeah. Does anyone have any doubt here? Okay. So you can assume that all words are in lowercase, and you do not have to print the output to console. Okay. So you just need to create this dictionary freak. Okay, that's it. All right. So you just need to accept the input, and then you need to create the dictionary FREQ. Okay. So try solving this problem. And when is the deadline for week 5? That is today, right? Okay, that's passed. Okay, so for week 6. Okay, for week 6, it's 15th. Okay. Okay, all right. So try solving this problem, PPA 1 of week 6. Okay. I'll give you guys 5 minutes to solve this, and after that, we'll look at the solution. All right. You should not be printing the output to console. you should just accept input and create the dictionary frequency. Okay, FREQ, not exactly frequency, but freq. Okay, clear? Those who have completed, you can raise your hand. All right. Okay. Okay, we'll discuss solution after 5 minutes.
Hello, sir. Hello.
Yes, yes, yeah.
Sir, I have joined late. What is the assignment today now?
Yeah. So the assignment is this PPA 1. We are solving the
Which
PPA 1.
one?
PPA 1.
Which
Yeah, 6.
651?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
6 PPA 1. Okay. All right. So shall we look at solution or do you want some more time? Why is it that only two of you guys have solved the problem? What about others? Is it like difficult to solve? So Bharat Raghunathan, haven't you solved the problem?
I haven't looked at the video, sir, so I'm trying to figure it out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So others, you haven't looked at the week 6 entirely. Okay, I'll come to that question later. Okay.
Hello, sir. Sir,
Yes.
if I want to add any data in the dictionary, then append or add?
Append doesn't work.
Append?
Append does not work, right? For dictionary.
Or, oh.
Okay. So append does not work for dictionary. Okay. Okay. So shall we look at solution, or do you guys want some more time?
Yes.
You look at solution.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So do all this. The first thing that we should be doing is we should be accepting input, right? So let's take it like L equals to input dot split. Okay. Since they are comma separated, okay, I'm splitting it based on comma. The input is a string. Okay. By splitting it based on comma, we'll get a list. Okay. That list I'm storing it in L. All right. So now what I'll do is I'll create a dictionary D. Okay, I should be creating free. Okay. Okay, so I have created dictionary. So for let's say word in L, okay, for each word in L, if there are like two cases, right? This word already can be present in freak, or it need not be present in freak. Okay. So what I'll do is if word in freak, okay, that means if that word already existed in the freak dictionary, then I will just increase the frequency of that word. I mean, that is the value for that particular keyword by 1. Okay. Because we need to get the frequency of that particular word. Okay. Else, which basically means that word previously did not exist in the word. Sorry, in the freak dictionary. So then what I will do is I'll create a key with that word. Okay, that key value pair I'll be creating, and then since that is the first time it was there, I will initiate the value to 1. Okay, is this clear what I have done? Hello.
7th line not clear, sir.
Which one? 7th line is not clear. 7th line is not clear.
Yes.
Okay.
Also first line, why you split here?
Why have split?
Yes, because in question
The input is this comma separated values, right?
No, sir. If you go back to the question here, accept a sequence of words as input.
Yeah, I'm just accepting sequence of words as input. I'm doing that, right? Input dot split. I'm accepting sequence of words as input.
Yes.
Okay. So, I mean, let us look at why I have done this. Okay. Let's consider the sequence as
All the words are splitted against space now. in a sentence, all the words are splitted. Between two words, there is a space.
No, but in this particular input scenario, we have separated by comma. You should look at the input, how the input is given.
Okay.
Okay, so let us consider the input as something like this. Okay, I mean, I'm commenting, oh, that's why there is hash. So let's assume the first word is 1, second word is also 1, 2, 3. Okay, something like Python. Okay, and then let's say zoo and then zoo. Okay, this is the input. Okay, so like while we are looping through this loop, okay, so basically, which basically means L will become 1, 1, 2, 3 Python zoo, right? Okay, this is L. Okay, so for word in L, the first word is 1. Okay, for word in L, the first word is 1. Initially, the dictionary is empty. It does not have any key value pair. Okay, so if word in freq, which basically means it will check whether this one word, whether that one key, whether that key is there in dictionary or not. Since that key is not there, it will create this key. It will create the one key, and then it will initialize the value for that particular key to 1. Okay, since this is the first time we are encountering this key, right? 1. That is why we'll create the value as 1. Okay, this is for the first element 1. Okay, the second element is also 1. The second element is 1. Now if you look at it, after the first iteration, freq will be equals to 1. Okay, so this is the freq dictionary. Okay, now if you go here, I mean for the second iteration, that is for second word, for 1 in now for second iteration also the word will be equals to 1. So now if 1 in frequent, okay, so one exists in the dictionary, right? This one key exists in the dictionary. So that is why it will enter this loop. Okay, it will enter this fifth line. So whatever we have for that particular key, that is for 1, whatever value is there, that will be increased by 1. Okay, previously it was 1, so that will be increased by 1, so it will become now 2. Okay, until after the end of second iteration. So after second iteration, freq will become 1 and 2. Okay, similarly if you go for 2, right, in the third iteration the word is 2. Okay, the word 2 is not present in the dictionary as of now. Okay, it has only one key, 1. Okay, the 2 is not there, so that is why it will enter this it will come to this 7th line. Okay, it will create a key with that particular word 2. Okay, and then it will initialize the value to 1. Okay,
sir, here actually how to take this dictionary values as numbers as well as keys as strings, sir?
See, by default these are strings. Okay, these are strings only. Okay, these are strings.
Yeah, whenever we are incrementing, the values are getting 1 + 1 + 1 kind of thing. How it is possible? It is also a default one, sir.
Okay, wait, I'll explain that in a bit. First thing I want you to know is this word is a string. Okay, this word is a string. That is why all the keys in the frequent dictionary, that be strings. Okay, that part is clear. Is that part clear? Okay, now coming back to the value.
We lost your voice.
Initially we made the value as integer. Okay, freq of word equals to 1, right? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So we have this initially we have initialized this freak of word equals to 1, right? So this word is a key, which is a string, okay? But the value is an integer. 1 is an integer, right? So the value for it is going to be integer. Okay? The value is integer, and even here also we are just incrementing the value by 1. Okay, which basically means we are incrementing the integer, right? So even here too, the data type for the value is still an integer. Okay, is this clear? Hello, is this clear?
Sir, one question. Line number 2, sir. Line number 2. Frequency is dictionary. So dictionary is not flower open and close.
Yeah, it's you can create it in either way. Okay, you could do it this way also.
Okay.
Both are same.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Any other doubts?
So in your point of view, the +1 is equal to 1 in the line 5, sir. It is indentation. So 1, 1, 2, 3 kind of thing are indented kind of thing. It will be taking indented values, right, sir? Of the list.
Indented values. No, I did not get what you mean by indented
Yeah,
value.
in this list actually, L, for example, what you have taken in the number 9, sir, line number 9. The frequency word +1 is equal to 1 will be taking 1, and next it goes to next 1, then 2, then 3 kind of thing. So those strings 1, 1 and all like that will be incremented.
No, it just count the number of occurrence of this word 1, right?
Okay, sir.
What we need to do is, the problem is,
Now I understood.
we just need to count the occurrence of this occurrence of each word. Okay. Initially, if the word already exists in the dictionary, then what we do is we increment the value for that word by 1. If the word does not exist in the dictionary, which basically means we come to the else block, we create a word. We create a key value pair. Okay, with key as that word, and the value as 1, which basically means the frequency of that particular word is 1. Okay. So next time whenever that word comes, we basically increment the frequency by 1. Okay. Is this clear?
Yes, sir. Till
No,
now.
one doubt.
Yes, yes.
Okay, so let me just do this. After third iteration, okay, freak will become, since in the third iteration we have 2, right? Okay, that 2 does not exist. I mean, that 2 key does not exist previously. So it will create a key value pair. Okay. So for 1 it is going to be 2 only, but for 2 it's going to become 1 now. Okay. Clear? It will just continue like this. So we just do this. After 4th iteration, it's going to become 3, 1. Okay, because this 3 key does not exist before. After 5th iteration, then this will become 3, 1, and then Python, 1. Okay. So after 6th iteration is going to be 3, 1, Python 1, Zoo 1. Okay. So for the last iteration, what we have is we just have Zoo 2. Okay. So this is the last iteration, 7th iteration. All right. Clear? Understanding the logic is okay, but writing that to code, you should just look at it. So basically what we're doing here, okay, whenever if that key already exists, then basically we are just incrementing it by 1. That's what we do, right? Okay. If that key does not exist, then we create a key Okay. Then we create a key, okay, in for this dictionary, and then initialize the value to 1. Okay. Clear? Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Now we are converting a list into a dictionary.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. So where the keys are nothing but the distinct words, okay, distinct words of the list, and then the value is the frequency of that particular word in the list. Okay. Clear?
Yes, sir. Sir, I did it a little differently. Instead of updating the frequency of the word again and again, I wrote frequency of word is equal to say L dot count of word.
Okay. Okay. That is like that's better too. Even that is also okay.
So I didn't have to use the L statement. at all.
So basically, yeah, even that works. So you're directly creating a
Yes, is equal to L dot count word.
so when we're doing it this way, what happens is if that word already exists, then this value will be updated. Okay. If that word does not exist, then this new key value pair will be created. Okay.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. So basically it's the same. Okay.
It's okay.
But yeah, that is totally okay. But let's say if that key is not present, then you cannot update the value. Okay, then you cannot do this. Okay. This line number 5 does not, I mean, it will be valid only if the word is there in frequency. If the word is there in freak dictionary. Okay. Is this clear?
But with this mine, it will, if it isn't there, it will create it, and if it is
Yeah.
there, it will just change the
Exactly.
value.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Fine. It's the same thing. Okay. We'll move on to PPA 2. Right. So before we move on, let me just run this and check if it is working. Okay, it's working. Okay. We'll move on to PPA 2. So you need to accept a positive integer as input and print the digits present in it from left to right. Each digit should be printed as a lowercase word on separate line. How would you use dictionaries to solve this problem? Okay. This should be good. Okay. Try solving this. Okay. You can, I mean, this is the direct application of the usage of dictionaries. Okay. So basically, whenever you encounter one, right? So instead of 1, you should be printing it as ONE. Instead of 2, instead of 2 as an integer, you should be printing it as TWO. Okay. All right. Clear? Is the question clear?
Yes, sir.
Let's say we have 1, 2, 3. What you should be printing this? You should be printing it as like this: 1, 2, 3. 5440. You should be printing it as 5440. Okay.
Okay.
So try solving this. Okay. It is easy. It is easy. Okay. Just look at the logic first. Okay. Try to look at the logic first, and then try to convert the logic to code. Okay. Based on what you learned. This I'll give 4 minutes to solve, and after we look at solution. If you have solved, please raise your hand. Okay. If solved, please raise your hand. Okay. After that, look at solution.
Sir, I thought that I point out the logic, but there is some syntactical error. Can I share my screen?
Yes. Yeah, you can share a screen.
Okay, sir.
Scroll down, please. Okay, n equals to int of input. While n not equals 0. Or equals to n equals 1. Okay, so can you show me the error, please? I think it's in line number 9. For I in d of I, in request string as string. Okay, so can you show me that, please? Okay. Show me the code for I in d of I.
Sir, reverse is a function, sir.
If I in, no, it should be just be if I in d. Okay. If 11th line, it should be if I in d. It should not be d of I. If I in d. 11th line, if I in d, which basically means you are checking whether if that key is there in dictionary or. Yeah, and in line number 9, yeah, it should be a function, right? Yeah, see, you are not actually reversed it. Okay.
Yes, it's a function.
So can you do one thing? Can you do it L equals to L dot reverse? And then you should be closing that in the curly brackets. That you should be just closing that in curly brackets, just like how we define function. In line number 9, after reverse, yeah, just close. Yeah. Now can you run it? Okay. So yeah, can you go to line number 9? Just remove that L equals to. Remove L equals to. Right. Yeah. Please run it now.
Oh, no need L there.
Okay. Yeah. So now all you need to do is you just need to remove that print L thing at the end.
Sir, instead of converting it into integer, directly use it as an alpha itself. I mean,
Yeah.
the string itself will do it, sir.
Right. Actually, that'd be like even better. Okay. Yes. Now we'll move on to PPA 3. Okay. Yeah. So solve PPA 3. Okay. We'll take like 2 minutes and then we'll look at the it's going to take some time. So yes, take like some 5 minutes, and after that we'll look at solution. So does anyone still have doubts in PPA2? So while others solve PPA3, right? Look at PPA2, okay? So instead of converting it to integer, as one of the student told, right?
Yes,
I think it's Prabhavati, I guess.
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So instead of converting it to integer, we can just let it be as an string itself. Okay. So let's say my
Sir,
dictionary
shall I
DA.
show mine, sir? I have used that only.
Okay. You want to share a screen?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, please do.
So first a dictionary I created like this, sir.
Yeah.
Then num is equal to input. Input is actually coming in string only.
Right.
So it is just like that, sir. For I in range of len of num of I n, it will give the length of the number from 0 to the last digit. And it matches with the dictionary which I have given over there and prints it out. The whatever is the value for that particular key, it will print out.
Yes. Yeah. So instead of even taking range, right, you can just directly take the digit itself. So you can just do it like for digit in num, you can just print d of digit. That's it.
Oh. Okay.
Okay.
Sir.
Yeah.
Okay. Sir.
So even this is pretty neat. Okay. So yeah, that's good. You can stop sharing now.
Yes, sir. Yes.
So you should be writing these functions. Is key should accept a dictionary key and a variable key as argument. Should return true if that key is present in the dictionary and false otherwise. Okay. Accept a dictionary and variable key as arguments. The variable is not a key of the dictionary. You should return none. The variable is a key. Then you should return the value corresponding to this key. Okay, this too is straightforward. So, but we'll wait for 5 minutes and then we'll look at solution. Once you're done, please raise your hand. Okay. Once you're done with the PPA3, raise your hand. Okay, so you do not have to accept any input. You just have to write the function definition. That's it. Shall we put solution?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So why are others not able to solve?
Sir, I have done, sir, but I didn't raise my hand because I looked at the hint and that itself is the solution. So I thought, okay, it just worked directly. In the PPA's hints are there below, and one of
Where is the
the
hint?
option. It's, what is it called? 1 second.
I
It
think
has
it's
a
called
name.
feedback.
Yeah, feedback. Sorry, yeah. So I didn't raise my hand, sir.
Okay. That's totally okay. I mean, looking at feedback and coding, that's still acceptable because we didn't completely give away a solution, right? We
Yes,
just
sir.
gave you some hint.
That's
So
what I thought.
that's still okay.
In this case, it worked. It was complete solution itself, but I was able to understand what it is trying to say only after looking at it.
That's still countable. Okay. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So what about others? So Divya Jindal, I think she used to solve it, right? What happened now?
So I solve it, but along with the correct output, it's actually producing all the outputs of dictionary.
Producing what? All the outputs of?
That means if the dictionary has 3 keys, then it will trace the right output and print the value. Along with that, it will also print the others. I don't know how. There is no syntactical error.
Okay. So it is just the problem with the output. You look at it. Okay. You look at it. So first, let's solve the problem. Okay. So the first question, not the first question. The first part of the question is this is key, right? Whether this key is there in dictionary or not, that's a question. Okay. So all you need to do is return key in D. I think this should work, I guess. So if key not in D, yeah, this one. What you can do is if key in D, if key in the dictionary, then you should be returning the value for that particular key, right? So the second part, the value one, else
Return.
you should return none. Okay.
Else is not needed.
What?
So even if we don't give return, it will give none only, sir, if it is not
Yeah.
found.
Okay. So let's try running this. Okay. Works. Okay, so others like where have you faced a difficulty in this? So Shampa, Kumu, right?
Sir, I have a question.
Huh.
When we are returning none, that's confusing me because I mean, none is not a defined word, I suppose. It's like saying not there, not found. Is it the same thing, or does none
None
have
is
a
actually a
specific?
keyword.
None is
It's
actually saying like it's null. It's kind of like null. It's like no value,
it's
nothing.
a keyword. Okay, it's a
Yeah,
keyword.
it's a keyword. It's a keyword.
It's. I think you could
Okay,
say that
that
it's a
is
data
where I
type,
wasn't.
right? Like
Okay.
integer and all.
It's you could consider it as like a data. I mean, it doesn't have any data type.
Okay.
So that's none. Like it's kind of like null. Like there is nothing.
Like true, false, something like that.
Yeah.
Although they have a data type.
Yeah, you consider it like that.
Yeah.
It's
Actually,
kind of
I was
like
putting
saying
it
that
in.
I'm not returning anything.
Yeah.
I was putting it in string form. I mean, in quotes. So it was giving me an error, and then I was confused. Should I write print? Should I return? Something like that. I was confused then.
Without the quotes, it should be fine. If you return none.
Yeah,
That's-
I didn't know it's a keyword.
Yeah.
Okay. And sir, if it was like something you have to return to the user that not found or something like that, then would it have to be in
Yeah, then it would have to
in
then it should
quotes?
be. Yeah.
And do we write return and then quotes not found, or do we write print in quotes not found?
That depends on like how they're saying, right? See, in this particular case, they didn't ask you to print any output. They just asked you to return it. So in that particular case, let's say if they mention same thing for your particular question, that is that not found one. So there you should not be printing it. You should be returning it. Okay.
So we can just write return space quotes not found.
Exactly.
Okay, that will work. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So, like generally this print it's not a great thing. I mean, return
For
is
a function.
Yeah. Return is far more useful than the print. Okay, because by using the return value, we could do whatever we want later on. Okay.
Yes.
So that is why, but using the print, we cannot be doing anything, right? Okay. That is something like printing it to the console. Okay. Apart from that, it doesn't do any job there. Okay. So that's why it's always better to return. I mean, obviously you should be following what was there. Okay. For this particular Python programs. Okay. But then generally while you're coding, I'm just saying that instead of printing it, it's better to return. Okay. And if you want to print it later, you can just print it later.
Actually, I was getting confused whether, when it's a string, then can you return a string? That was what my confusion is, but now I'm clear that you can actually return the string.
Yeah. You could return dictionary, key, tuple, whatever. Okay.
How will be knowing on printing that having that none kind of thing? What will it will display, sir? After executing the.
After I was returning it.
Yeah, on return actually, if it is none, value is none kind of thing, what will be seeing on the screen?
So let's try that.
Yes, also extra none is coming along with the outputs.
Okay, so this is my dictionary, and then my key will be something like let's say 2.
Screen is not visible.
Yes, sir. Yes, screen.
So this should be print value of.
Sir, screen is not visible to us.
Okay. Sorry. Sure. Okay, I'm just doing this. Okay, I'm just calling this function value. Okay, and then I'm passing this dictionary as 1 and then the key as 2. Okay, so let's see what it prints. It's going to print none. Okay, it has printed with none. All right.
Sir, my output is true then none.
Your output is true then none.
In every case.
Okay, so can you share a screen?
Yes, sir.
Can you go to the code? Go to your code. See that print none thing, right? That should not be there. Okay. You should not be printing it, you should be returning it.
Yes, return true, return false. Yeah, return.
Okay. Yeah, there's no return statement. Because there is no return statement, we are printing none there. It's printing none there, okay?
So it's printing true and then it is saying none for the when the function is being called.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so in this particular case, now you can just return that. Okay, even it works this way also. If key in D, you should return key of D. You should return D of key. That part also you should change. D of key. You did not entirely correct it, Shampoo. That if key in D in line number 13, that line number 30, sorry, 30, that print should be changed to return. Line number 3030 should be returned.
Also, for the last part, you have written none in quotes. So
I think it works either way.
Okay.
Okay, because at the end of the day, what we are going to do is we are just going to print it, right? Okay. So.
Okay.
Maximum time it happens, sir. It will work in the Replit or any other, but we will not able to satisfy the test cases.
Yeah, that's because all you see is you just see that true or three three things.
Actually, we are trying to observe more the test cases and trying to follow the test cases. Actually, this is new to me. That's
yeah, that happens. Okay, so we'll move on to PPA4. Okay, so I'm just repeating this. Okay, look at the problem statement. Just follow what was there in the problem statement, and apart from that, just look at the test cases too. Okay, because test cases gives you an understanding of like what should be done. Okay, clear?
Yes, sir.
Look at the problem statement. Read the problem statement.
there is a very little difference between our print statement and the test cases. We have to observe it carefully.
Yeah. Because I have repeated this. It's like since this will be auto graded. Okay, even if you have one extra comma or one extra space, even though your logic is entirely correct, you'll not be getting. I mean, you'll be getting same 0 marks. Okay, so please be very careful with this. So yeah, write a function value to keys that accepts a dictionary D and a variable name value as arguments. It should return the list of all the keys in the dictionary that have value equal to value. The value is not present in the dictionary, then the function should return an empty list. Okay, this question, have you understood the question first of all? This value to keys thing. Yeah.
Sorry, just going to say only test cases are helping to understand the question because both cases are there in test, first and second.
Okay, so basically for 10, you are able to see this 1 and 4.
See, in many of the cases, we are able to understand only with the test cases.
Yeah. The empty list is if the value is not present in the dictionary.
Okay, so that's kind of like all right. I mean, understanding it through test case is all right, but then it's better first to kind of like have an initial idea while reading the problem statement. Okay, it's always better to have it like that, and then that idea should be confirmed through the test cases. Okay,
but it's very hard.
Yes.
It's very hard.
Yes, the mathematical English or IIT English, I don't know, sir, exactly.
Okay, so
like, in week 1 and 2, I didn't know these things, so I struggled a lot, and then when I looked at the these test cases, then I started to understand. So it took so long, but then that became a trick. So, but as you're saying, we should learn to read this, and maybe it will come slowly for us.
Yeah. So that comes slowly. So I'll try to explain this. Okay, what was Vish mentioned? Write a function and value to keys. Okay, this is the, I mean, we should write this function with this name, okay, that accepts a dictionary D and a variable name value. So it has two arguments, right? D and D comma value. Those are the two arguments to this, to the function value to keys. Okay. Until now it's clear. The first line is clear. Okay. It's written the list of all keys in the dictionary that have value equal to value. Okay, so this part most of you would have like completely missed it. So what they are asking is it should return the list. Okay, so first of all, it should return a list of all keys in the dictionary. So like it should return the keys that are existing in this dictionary. Which keys you want to return? You want to return those keys that have value equal to value. Which basically means I should be returning all the keys whose value is equal to this value in the function argument. Okay, is it clear? I mean, that's what the problem says. Okay, it's better. I mean, it's all right. It's all right as long as you're able to understand through test cases. Okay, you'll get this rule. Yeah, please continue. Okay, solve this problem. If you have completed, raise your hand.
So when I tried to do PPA1, it was giving me error, and I thought that when I was creating a dictionary for one numeric 1, 2 word 1, that one. So I thought that the key values, for example, if the key is numeric 1, it has to be in inverted comma, otherwise it will give an error. But that's not the case, is it? Or is that correct? We need to put.
The key should be in what? Inverted commas.
It should be.
You're saying key should be in inverted commas, something like that?
Yeah, I thought my error got resolved when I put the key term in an inverted comma. Might have been some other error also, but is that required when we are creating a dictionary?
I actually did not get your doubt actually. So can you share a screen, that particular one?
Now I've used the correct case, but I can show the corrected one. 1 second, sir.
So
if
the key should be a string, or it can also be numbers, integers.
If you're asking,
it can be both.
Then
I'm not sure actually.
It can be anything. The key can be anything. You're talking about that?
Yes, sir. I did this. If you can see my screen, sir.
Yeah. So basically, okay, I'll just explain this. So this is what Prabhavati has done. Okay, this is what Prabhavati has done. So for you, the 0, it's a string there. Okay, the 0, 1.
Because the input is here. Oh,
no, I'm talking about the dictionary.
Here.
Okay. In the dictionary, that 0 you have, right? Since that was there in the inverted commas. Okay, that's a string.
Mm-hmm.
That's a string. Okay. So if you remove that inverted commas, what's going to happen is, if you remove the inverted commas and then if you're trying to print the D of digit, okay, it's going to ask for D of, let's say, in the input, right? We have let's say one of the number is 100. Okay, the number is 100.
Okay.
It's going to print D of 1 because 1 is there as a string. I mean, the characters in the num, it's a string, but the keys are not entirely strings.
Yes, I
in your
changed
case, 0 is an integer. Okay, since the 0 is an integer, let's say for the 100 which you're having, it doesn't have the D of 0 value. I mean, that is D of 0 as string.
Got it, sir. I earlier had it as input, but after looking at the errors, I was getting errors. So I looked at the feedback. There it was like this. So I later changed my code to match the feedback. So it became better. So there it was an inverted like this. Maybe because, as you're saying, the input is not input here.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what you should be doing is, You should be either doing the Shampakundu's way or you should be doing the Pravati's way. You should not be comparing.
I
both.
was sorry, I was not looking at the screen at that time, but I'll go back and check that, sir. Thanks.
Good job, Sharon.
So keys can be both integers or strings, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Thanks, sir.
And the same feedback we can get in the examination also, sir. Oh, okay, examination.
Can I repeat, please?
Yeah, on 26th we are having some examination. So the same feedback will be available for us to correct our answers.
How sweet.
Do we have feedback to correct? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, sir. When the test cases are
Yeah.
not passing, we can always correct our code method.
You cannot go to other tabs or something, okay, to correct. So all you have is you'll be just be having this.
The same console what we are using right now.
Yeah,
will be
yeah, the
available
same
to us
exact
in
console,
that
the same
one.
exact console you will be having. So
And the
all you'll
test
be
case.
having is you'll have test cases 1 and test case 2. Okay.
Great, sir.
Those
That
are
will be
the
enough.
yeah. So whatever, I mean, just like how you're having it here, you'll be having it in the exam. Okay. But you cannot go to other tab. Okay. You cannot go to other tab and then like go to repeat or any other thing. Okay. Should just be present only in this tab and then you should be solving it. All right.
Right, sir.
Okay. So is this problem done? 54 or do you want some more time? So we have this Abar Ahmad, Divya, Ravi, and Nachiket. Those who are completed. 6. Great. Alex Yusuf and Madhu. Yeah. Solve this problem. Hello, yeah, shall we look at solution?
Yes, sir.
So, okay, so we should define this, right? Should accept two arguments, first dictionary and then the value. Okay. We should return a list, right? So I'll create an empty list initially. So for key in D, which basically means this, okay, we'll be going through each keys in the dictionary. If D of key, if D of key equals to value, then we'll append that key to the dictionary L. Okay, that's it, and then we'll return. Okay, I mean that's all we need to do. If the value of that particular key equals to this argument value, okay, then we should be appending this key to this list of keys. Once we're done with this, once we're done with all the keys, we return this keys, okay, whose value is equals to value.
Sir, if we had to append both the key and the value in the list, how would we do that, sir?
You want to append both the key and the value?
Yes, yes, sir.
You could do it like, they will, in that case, then they will be telling you how they want you to do. Okay, so they could ask you to do it as a tuple. Okay, that is one way. Like instead of this now, they could ask you to L dot append key comma value. They could ask you to do something like this. Okay, basically you're appending a tuple there. Okay, or else maybe. Maybe they want this to be dictionary, and then it will be like different thing. Okay.
Okay. So
in that case, basically they'll tell you how they want you to do it. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thanks.
Yeah. Okay. So we'll move on to the next problem. PPF 5. Any questions here in PPF 4? Any questions or any difficulty? Anything at all?
No, sir.
Just I was like, if you have any doubts, you can stop me at any time. Okay. So now solve the PPF 5. Okay. Yeah, here too you should be writing a bunch of functions. So yeah, try solving this PPF 5.
So what I asked in previous PPA is this new PPA question. I didn't realize, but thanks.
Yes, solving of if 5. Okay.
Fifth one, it requires key value pairs to be added. So that's what, and they've told that it should be a double.
Yeah. Okay. So the first two parts should be like straightforward, I guess. Second one, okay, only these two functions should be writing, right? Okay. So this should also be solvable. So shall we look at solution?
Yes.
So, okay. So let me just delete this. List to dict and dict to list, right? Okay. For list to dictionary, the input is list. You're able to see my screen, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So let me just create an empty dictionary. For element in L, the first part of the each element is a tuple, right? So accept tuples L as argument. Each element of L is of the form x comma y. So the first element x is key and second element y is the value. So what I'll do is for element in L, d of lm of 0, right? That's a key, should be equals to lm of 1. Okay. So that's it. Return We'll return D now. Okay. So that's the first part. Second one is div2 list. That will be, let's say, D. Okay. Now for key in dictionary, we should append the key and value pair, right, as a tuple. Okay. So what we'll do is we append key, comma. What will be the value? It will be D of key. Okay. So this entire key comma D of key, that's a tuple. Okay. So basically list will be L is a list of tuples. Okay. So we should return L. All right. Any questions in this UPF 5? Any questions whatsoever in UPF 5?
No, sir.
Okay. So we'll move on to PPS 6 now. Okay. Yeah. So from now on, it might be a little difficult. Okay. So recall the score data set in CT. We're using kind of like that. Okay. Each student entry in a data set is represented as a dictionary. So this is an entry for a student. The sequence number for student, name, gender, city, and then scores for subjects. Okay. All the keys in the dictionaries are strings. I mean, these are all the strings. Some of the values for this keys are integers. So, for example, for sequence number, it is integer. Similarly, for mathematics to subjects, the values are integers. Except for name, gender, and city, remaining everything it's integers. Okay. The entry data set is represented as a list of dictionaries. So what you should be doing is you should be get marks that accepts course data set and subject. So you should be returning a list of tuples with the name and marks for this particular specific subject. Okay. Is this clear? Okay. So let's say like I give you the entire student's data set, and I want the mathematics marks, okay, for all the students. So we should be returning a list of tuples where the first value of the tuple is a name and second value of the tuple is a marks for mathematics. Okay. We'll take like 5 minutes and after that we'll look at solution.
Okay.
Shall we look at the solution? Do you guys want some more time?
Sir, if we can have 5 more minutes.
Okay. Okay. Let me know once you guys are done, okay? So we can discuss the solution. In 3 minutes, 2 minutes, we'll discuss it.
Sir, I have a doubt.
Okay. Okay, so let us look at the solution now. Okay, so I'll remove this. We need to have we need to have a list of, basically we need to return a list of tuples, right? So should return list of tuples. Okay. So let's say the dictionary, let's say subject is maths. Okay, if it is maths, so basically I'm not giving away the entire information, but then look at this. Okay, let's say I'm the student here, and then I got something like, I just got like bare minimum marks in maths. Okay, so this is one of the student, and then there is other student called, okay, let's say Karthik, and then he got say 100. Okay, yeah, actually no, this won't be. Should be something like this. Name Ram. Similarly, okay. All right. So let's consider these are the only two. I mean, these are the only two students. Okay, just for simplicity case. Okay. What we should be doing first thing is we should be looping through the each of this dictionary, right? So basically, you can consider it like for student in score status set. Okay. So because we should be looping through this particular student and then this student too. Okay. So after that, what we should be doing? Okay. Before this, since we need to return a list, right? I'll create an empty list. Okay. So what am I interested here? I'm interested in two things here. Okay. I'm interested in the name of the student, and then I'm interested in the marks of that particular student. Okay. Of this particular student, I am interested in the name and as well as a max score. Okay. I mean this particular subject score. Okay. So what I should be doing? Let me just create this temp. Okay. Temp by value. Okay. And then for that particular thing, should be having it as like student of, I should be getting name, right? So I should be getting the name. So write it this way. Name equals to student of name, and then score equals to, for that particular student, the subject score. Okay. Subject score. I can combine these two and then I can append it to the L. Okay. So what I need to do, I just need to append the score. This let it be marks, just for simplicity purpose. I mean, I want to use the same name that was mentioned in the question. Okay. So I'm appending the name as well as marks. Okay. This for each student I'm doing the same thing. Okay. That's all I need to do. And now I can just return the list. All right. Is this clear? What I've done? Hello.
Yes, sir. If the name was also to be input, so the definition of
to the
sorry.
code.
Okay, can you repeat? If name is also input.
Then the def get marks should have name also there, and but then the order of input should follow. The user who's entering the two variables should follow the order that is in the define statement. So if
Yeah.
it says scores underscore dataset name, comma subject, will it be able to figure out which one is name and which one is subject? Is it, how does that work?
Like it just depends upon the order actually. So
Order
let's say
only.
like, yeah. So you're writing it as name here, right?
Yeah.
So the second value which you're entering, right? I mean, while you're calling this function, the second value which you're entering, that will be taken as name.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Thanks.
Okay. We'll move on to the next problem. Any doubts here? We can discuss PP6 or else we'll move on to PS7.
Sir,
Yeah.
how can you print all those name, and suppose if you want to print the name and the marks of all those?
How can we print? That's what you're asking?
Yes, sir.
That part you needn't worry. That part you needn't worry. Okay, that will be taken care by us. Okay. All right. The input part and the printing the output part, that will be taken care by us. Okay. So all you need to do is you just need to define this function properly. Okay.
Sir, for name, you have written within quote name, but not for subject, because subjects are.
Subject is an input, right? Subject is an input, and that subject variable, it will be a string only. Okay. Did you get what I was saying? See,
No, sir.
here let's say this name is a string, right? So that is why I have passed this name as a string. Okay. And
Yes,
then
sir.
the subject, I do not know what subject to take. Okay, here we have maths. Let's say I have physics. Okay, I do not know which subject the user is going to enter, right? I mean, which subject marks we want, right? So this will be entered by the user. So suppose, let's say I'll call this function get marks. Okay. And then I'll pass this score data set. Let's assume that there is a score data set. Okay. And then here I'll pass the subject. So here I'll pass maths.
Okay, already it will be there.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
why direct subject you have written.
Correct. So basically that's this variable, right? This variable contains that this information. Okay.
Sir, inside for loop, there should have one if condition that which will match the subject, because the question is that we should collect the marks of the specific subject.
Yeah, we are collecting the marks of the specific subject only. We are asking for student of subject. Okay, so basically we are collecting marks for specifics, that particular subject only. Everyone will be writing that particular subject, right? Okay, so let's say this particular dictionary. Okay, we are in this particular dictionary. So let's say I want only maths marks. Okay, so I am asking for student of maths. So that will be taken as marks. Okay, I'm collecting specific to the subject marks only. Okay.
So how it will look when list, you have given the example how it will look when we will enter all these details. So name you have written, then colon Ram is there, for example, that is. So if you here you are taking name instead of name, that Ram will be written by the
No,
whoever.
like this is kind of like, this is a dictionary, right?
Yes, sir.
This is a dictionary, right? This
Yes,
is a
sir.
key, right?
Yes, sir. Name.
Name is a key, right? So
Yes,
what
sir.
will be student of name? It's going to be Ram, right?
Okay, sir. So automatically it will take colon, sir.
No, it should be mentioned. I mean, since it is a dictionary, it will be defined in this, right? This is syntax. Okay. The student of name, I mean, corresponding to this name. Okay, what's the value
Name.
here? It's Ram, right? For the
Okay.
first
So if we
iteration,
call
it will be
name, we will
Ram.
get Ram, na?
Yeah, yeah. If you call student of name, then it will give you the value for that particular name key, right? In this particular case, it's Ram. In the second iteration, it will be Karthik. Similarly, for this particular subject, whichever subject we want of, okay. Let's say I want for maths. Okay, what is student of maths? It will be 40 for me. Okay, so basically it will append Ram, 40. So in this particular case, it will append Karthik, 100.
Okay. So math already will be there and name already will be there. Only thing
Right,
we will
right.
be entering the name and the number.
Yes.
Okay.
Because that's what we want, right? We just want the
Okay, sir, but grasping takes time.
that I agree. Yeah.
So
Sir,
without, sorry,
please continue.
it's very small question. Sorry, sir. Before at the beginning in the question statement, there is an example given, and without having that example in the question, we cannot define even the key, right? Because the key name that we enter in the code needs to match the key given in the example, correct?
Yes.
Just for example, here it is mathematics. So the person who is entering should enter mathematics in the while running or executing it, right?
This part you need not worry about it because you just take subject. Okay, because that will be. But as name now, this name you should be knowing like the format of it, because let's say here n was capital, right? If you write it as like small, then it's going to give you key error. Okay, so if I have written it like this, then it's going to give me an error. So let's say I run this. Okay, yeah. So this key error name we got because that particular key is not there in this dictionary. Okay.
So when it says an example, we have to look at the keys. Okay.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, thanks.
So basically, whenever you're coming across these type, no, that is like specific to strings. Okay, that case sensitive, all the thing, it's very important. Okay. Even while defining this function also, whatever, like let's say they mentioned it like this, right? Get marks. It should be of same form. Okay, it cannot be capital. Okay. All right.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. We'll move on to page 7 now.
Sir, in the same question, sir. Sir, in the same question.
Yeah.
Other ones which are named as gender and sequence number, all these ones are also there in the database Unity system.
Yeah. Everything is there in database, but basically we do not want that for a particular question. We do not need that.
We need to write a small program for these particular aspects, 2 aspects kind of.
Yes. So that is why I did not mention my gender, my other subjects marks, and then my city also I did not mention. My sequence number also I did not mention. Okay.
Thanks, sir. And a small extension to this question. Actually, in the lecture what we have taken, total textbook has been given into the database kind of thing, and it has been asked over there these kind of things. I'm able to understand when it is a string kind of thing from end to end we can load it, sir. But when it comes to this kind of Excel sheet format, will there be any process for that one, sir? Just out of curiosity, I'm asking.
Like Excel sheet format, see whatever you have it as Excel, right? Okay, so you will be exporting it as some file now. So let's say like you have some CSV file, right? You can export that as like CSV file, right? So you have some libraries to read those CSV files, okay? Or let's say like you have the text files. You will be able to read those files, and then like you'll be able to perform some operations. So whatever you do on Excel, all those things you could do it here. You could load those data if you want. Let's say you could convert those to dictionaries. All those things you could do. List of dictionaries, or like let's say dictionaries with key and list. All those things you could do. Whatever, the entire thing which you do, that is possible. Okay.
Thanks, sir. Because the specific name as frequency has been mentioned in the lecture, and the same term is required for us in statistics.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, so we'll move forward. So try solving this PPA 7. Okay. You should try to create the list of dictionaries which was given to us in the previous problem. Accept a positive integer n that represents the number of students. N blocks of input follow. Each block is made up of 6 lines. Contains the following details. Okay. Name string, city string, sequence number integer, mathematics integer, physics integer, chemistry integer. Append each dictionary to a score data set. This is a list. To a list name score data set. This is a list that will finally use for evaluating it. Okay. Did you get what I was saying? What was asked for here?
Input should be, I mean, the input will be in this type and it has to be stored in that particular key only.
So yeah, basically you should be creating a list of dictionaries. Okay.
As in
Whatever
PPA
you are
6.
saying, yeah. So basically you should be creating. So for example, you should
Actually,
be
dictionary
creating
now was
something
given
like
as
this.
an
Okay, but
argument for
with
it.
more.
Creation of dictionary.
Can I repeat?
Sir, it looks like creation
Yeah,
of
creation of dictionaries. Yes, the creation of dictionaries which we're going to do. Yeah, we are creating dictionary only. We are creating a list of dictionaries. Okay. So what they told is first is accept an integer n that represents the number of students. So that many dictionaries we should be creating. Okay. So each block of input for each integer n, you should be
Okay, that many inputs we have. That many 6 inputs we have to get it.
Yes, exactly. So okay, that many inputs we should take. Let's say like if n is 1, okay, so basically you'll get this many inputs. I mean, first of all, that n equals to 1, that is an input, and apart from that, you'll get the 6 inputs. Suppose let's say n equals to 2. Okay, n equals to 2 is an input, and apart from that, you need to take this as like 6, and then like one more 6. For the question is clear. The input format is clear, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. So try solving this problem, and then we look at solution.
Sir, will it come to ELIF kind of thing, sir? Each dictionary is different.
Each dictionary is
different from one another, right?
Yeah, the dictionary is different, but the keys will be the same. Like the first thing is going to be name, city, sequence number, mathematics score, physics score, and chemistry score. You could see it here. Name, Varanasi, that's city, sequence number. These 3 are the mark scores. Okay.
This is not coming under nested dictionaries. No? It will not come under.
What are no, this is not nested list. The input is not nested list.
No, it is. I mean, what we need to create is also not nested dictionary.
You should not be creating a nested dictionary. You should be creating a list of dictionaries.
Thank you.
Okay, you got it right.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Try solving this. Okay.
Sir, meanwhile, I have to ask a doubt.
Yeah.
Sir, can I share my screen?
Yes. Yes, Ankit, you can share a screen.
Yes, sir. Sir, is my screen visible?
Yes.
Sir, I have a dot in PPA 1. I actually joined late, so I was trying to solve it myself. Sir, sometimes what happens is, for example, in this case, I have written only 15 lines of code, right? And here it's written that in line 16, error is showing in line 16. So how is it possible that I have written only 15 lines of code and error is in line 16 like this one?
Okay. So for this, Ankit, let me explain. The thing is, apart from the lines which are written now, there are some other lines of code which we have already pre-written it. Okay.
Yes, sir. Okay.
So it will be considering that. Okay. Yeah, and let's look at your code. Why it's giving you this error. I mean, first of all, let's look at the problem.
So
it's a problem statement. Accept a sequence of input, create a dictionary freak. Okay. Okay.
yes, sir. We have to get input as a list of words and then return their frequencies in a dictionary.
They asked you to create a dictionary named freak. Okay. They did not ask you to create a function.
Yes, sir.
Okay. You should be creating a dictionary there. Okay.
Not a function.
Not a function. You should be creating a dictionary.
Okay. Okay, sir. I will try it myself.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
You can stop sharing. You can stop sharing. You'll be
Yes, sir.
having
Yes, sir. I am trying to stop sharing. Okay.
So here the expected output is just one word, correct? Which is
that was, I mean, so basically that character is basically saying whatever code you have written, that's correct. Okay.
Okay, sir. We can, okay, it's not mentioned in the question that the output should be correct, but because we are not printing, so we can.
We need not print anything.
You're not printing anything. So that part we are taking care.
Okay, so that means if it will not come out correct, then that word will not come. Okay.
Right.
Sir, in PPA 7, I started writing the code. Was it a function?
In PPA 7?
Yeah.
No, they did not ask you to write a function. So all they asked was they asked you to create a list named score dataset.
Okay.
They didn't ask you to create a function.
So we don't have to return.
No, you do not have to write a function. But if you want, you can.
We can. Okay.
Yeah, that's up to you. Okay.
Sir, hello, sir.
Yes.
Sir, how can I add a new entry in a dictionary? I cannot.
How can you add a new entry in what?
Like in list, we just add list dot append, then
Yeah,
item.
yeah.
In a dictionary, we should use course data set. Already there is some entry, and we are going to add a new.
Okay. So let's say like you want to add a new key value pair, right? That's what you're saying.
Yes.
To a dictionary.
Yes.
That you could always do. Okay. Let's say like.
Okay.
Okay.
And instead of Python, I may use the any input variable also.
Yeah.
Okay.
But if you take it as input, that's a string. Okay. But
okay.
If you need to convert it, then you need to convert the data type.
Sir, in the meanwhile, I have a doubt in graded assignments. So shall I ask?
Which question was that?
Sir, graded assignment 1 only, sir.
In the week 6?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so the deadline is not yet over. So can I discuss solution? But
I am not discussing solutions, sir. I tried doing this, but the thing is, out of the 5 private cases, I was able to solve only 3, and 2, I don't know what it is exactly. And I did all permutations and combination, and still I'm able to solve only 3 out of 5.
Okay. GRP1, right? Okay.
Yeah, GRP1.
So we can do one thing. Okay. Can you mail to cs1002@onlinedegree.iidm.ac.in? Okay.
Just a minute. Come again.
You can just post it in Discourse. Okay. Without code, you can just start a conversation there. Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay,
In Discourse,
sure.
without code. Please do not paste a code. Just.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Okay.
Actually, in Discourse, they were telling that we should not discuss about GRPAs, and also that's why I didn't manage to go there.
You should not be discussing solutions, but then discussion regarding problem is okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sir, when there is a integer input in dictionary, then the key value should not be covered with quote.
Okay, let's look at this example. You know not this.
Okay.
See here the keys, all these keys, right? Name, city, sequence number, mathematics, physics, chemistry.
Key value is always covered with code.
Yeah, in this particular case, yeah, it's always quotes, okay. But the type of the value, no, that it will be string only for name and city. Remaining all it should be integers. Okay. All right. So let us, yeah. I'll wait for 6 more minutes. After that, we look at solution. Okay. No one has solved this problem. Has no one solved this problem? No one has raised your hand.
I did, but I don't think so. It is the best method. Like, it looks clumsy also even for me. Like getting the 6 inputs and all, it was looking clumsy.
Yeah, like there is no other way to that.
Okay. I did it, but it's working in Replit, but it's throwing an error over here.
Okay, we'll look at that. Okay.
And some of the people have left for the next session, maths or stats.
Some of the people are for maths or stat session now.
Yes, sir, at 8 o'clock.
Is that it?
Yes, sir,
Okay,
it's very
okay.
late.
Yeah, we do not have much option there. Okay. The sessions get extended. Okay. So one thing I want to say is, it doesn't matter how clumsy your problem is. Getting solution is our main agenda. Okay. Having the logic properly and then like getting the solution is important. How you get it and then like shortening the solution, doing it in a better way. That we'll look at later. Okay.
Okay.
Sir, after the graded assignment deadline is passed, the solution code is provided in
Yes.
the just now I got 0 score in one of the GRPs and I opened and next to it is the solution code. I didn't know that's the answer code from the team. That's
Yeah, that will be the solution code.
okay, sir. Okay, thanks.
So don't know what is the problem in seeing input. Otherwise, there is no error.
It's a problem with string input.
Yes, when I write str within brace input, then it will create a syntactical error.
Okay, okay, we'll look at it.
For me also it's throwing an error in the input part of it, where the string has to be input.
Okay, okay. We'll look at it, okay, within 5 minutes. Okay. Let me take some 5 minutes break and then we'll look at solution. So I want more students to complete this problem, possible.
Sir, I don't know why in my portal the GRPA 3 marks is not updated. 1, 2, and 4 is there, but 3 is not there.
We're talking about week 6 or week 5?
Already I wrote a mail in support.
Okay.
No, even for me, week 3 didn't come, sir. Week 4 came, sir. Scores.
Okay. So
Me too.
yeah, that takes some time to get updated. Okay, so
So after we got, like, the week 4 got updated and week 3 did not get. That was.
Sir, when will the result be out?
which result? The quiz.
Quiz 1.
The quiz one will be result by next week. By next weekend. Yeah, by next Friday it'll be out.
Oh, that far away.
Yeah. I mean, before that also it could be getting. Okay. So PPA 7, shall we look at it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, please.
Okay, everyone is fine with it, right? Okay, we look at solution. The first thing is choosing language. Okay, so I should be accepting n. That is an integer, so should convert that to an integer. This is basically the number of students. Okay. Since it is a list of dictionaries, I should be creating an empty list. Okay. So yeah, and then what we need to do is for I in range of n, because that many times, that many students we have, so we need to loop that many times, and then each
N
time what we
plus
should do.
1. N plus
What?
1. N plus 1. For I in range n plus 1.
No, n is sufficient enough. Why do we need n plus 1?
Okay,
It is unknown.
Yeah, because it'll take 0 also.
Yeah, since it starts from 0. Okay, so what will be a dictionary? Can someone tell me?
Yellow.
First is name, right?
Name.
Correct? I could actually do it like this. Can I do it like this? Okay. City input. Next what do you have? Your sequence number, right?
Sequence number.
Okay. So let me check whether I am doing it correctly or not. The sequence number. Okay. So sequence number, that is an integer. Okay. That is an integer. So I should accept input. Okay. But convert that to integer. Okay. After that, what do we have? We have mathematics. Right?
Yes, sir.
So this two we should be converting to integer. So I'll just copy this. So after that we have physics. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So then we have chemistry, right? These are the only things, right? Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, yeah, that's it. And then we should append this I mean, this dictionary to this list now, right? Correct. So that's it. Okay, the dictionary. What should it be named? Okay, it should be named as score data set. It should not be named as L. So I'll rename this to score data set. Okay. Let me run this. Okay, yes. Okay. We are getting it correct. Okay. Is this clear? What I've done? Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
So basically, for how many of our students I have, that many, I mean, for that many times I should be creating a dictionary, right? And for name, I should be taking input. City, I should be taking input. For sequence number also, I should be taking input, but convert that to integer. Later on, maths input, physics input, chemistry input. Okay. So basically, while creating input itself, we are directly making that as dictionary. Okay. The value, for the value, we are accepting input. Okay. You could do it another way. That is, you could create a variable called name, and then instead of this input, you could change it as name. Okay. Whichever way, that is totally okay. City
Like this
equals
only I
people.
did, sir. It became so big for
I
me.
follow this method, but it cannot work.
Okay, we'll check. Okay. So, I mean, in this way also it should work. Okay. So, can you share a screen? Shampakunu, it's not working for you, right? Can you share a screen? Others
Okay.
solve PP8. Others look at PP8.
Sir, could you see mine after this? Next.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
So this input comma input will work for lists also. That is very easy way. So we make L is equal to square bracket input and then another input. So then
Yeah, that works for list
lists
also.
also. Okay, thanks.
Okay, so score data set of phi equals to I of city equals to share of input. Okay. First thing is, Shamu, it should be having that ith element, right? Am I correct? It should be having ith element now.
Actually, sir, when I am sharing the screen, I got muted. That's why I cannot answer. Of the first line I change. Actually, following your code, I change the first line. At first, I want to do this type of coding, that ith position of that.
Okay. Can you do
Like
one thing? Can you share a screen? I mean, not share a screen. Can you paste your code in chat
Okay, I'm
box?
sharing again. I'm sharing.
Share, not share, but paste your code in chat box. Even this is fine. Okay. So, like there are some mistakes in this. So please copy the code and paste it in chat box, please. Yeah. Okay, please paste it in chat box. Meanwhile, Divya Jindal, you can share a screen. And we can discuss
Yes,
your
sir.
problem.
No, it's not copying.
Okay. So, Shambhavan, one thing you're doing is that scores data set of phi of name, that name city, that whatever you're doing, right?
I am showing dictionary as a match.
Can you repeat?
Yes, sir.
Summary as a that first thing is the scores data set, it doesn't have that I elements, that I elements, right? First, what you could do is you could create an you could create an empty dictionary, okay? While you are looping through it, okay, you could append an empty dictionary and then you could do whatever you're doing. Maybe that then it will work. Okay. So for your case,
It's already creating empty dictionary is inside the loop.
Okay. So D equals empty dictionary, that's okay. D of name, city, sequence number, mathematics, physics, chemistry, score data set dot append D. Okay.
Oh, it's fast. I don't know how it passed. Till now it was not working.
Sir, you meant
It's
to say
fast.
nested one,
I
sir?
don't know how it worked. It wasn't
Like
working.
you're just doing what was required, right? You're taking input from name, city, sequence number, mathematics, physics, chemistry, everything. So yeah, you're just done whatever done. Okay.
Sir, earlier it was not passing. I don't know how it happened itself. I don't know how. Earlier it was not passing. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, in this case, actually, you are mentioning about a dictionary in dictionary kind of thing. Will it comes under nested dictionary kind of thing, sir?
Which one? Which one?
The same one where Ms. Kundu is showing kind of thing. You said that you need to keep a dictionary inside the dictionary kind of thing. Is that one coming under?
Like what this problem, it does not have that in a dictionary inside a dictionary. I will show you an example of dictionary inside a dictionary. Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. So, Shambhagunga, right? Based on what Divya has done, you could already code it will work. Okay. Okay. So the one which you are asking now, the other person. Okay. So dictionary inside a dictionary. Let me just show this way. Okay, this is a dictionary D. It has a, let's say, okay. So
you can use the same example, sir. That is better always, because half of the part of the problem is in our brain scale.
Okay, okay. But then using that won't be a proper example. Okay, I will use that, and then like I will explain it different. Okay. So let's say I have this CSC, okay? CSC is a branch name, okay? All right?
Yes, sir, we are following.
Okay. CSC is a branch, and then inside that, what do I have? I have this.
Subject 1, subject 2, subject 3 marks kind of thing. Will it work in this case?
Can I repeat?
In this branch, student got subject 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and respective mark.
Students got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and then respective marks.
Yeah, subject 1, S1, S2, S3 and the respective marks kind of.
Yeah, but then here that okay, I'll explain. Like, let me just do it in my way. Okay. So we have for CSC, right? Let's say I have one. Okay, one is a roll number, and then for that I have it like name. I'll just give some random name. Okay, so let me just give it like
Amit.
What? Math? No. Name
Amit. I said
okay,
Amit.
Amit. Okay.
Yeah.
Amit, and then let's just give like the maths. Okay. Math score is 100. Okay. City as
Chennai.
I mean, General Amit is a North Indian name. Delhi. Okay. Yeah. So it's to now. How do I access? How do I print name of Amit? Can someone tell me?
CSC.
Yeah, and then
another square bracket, one, another one name.
If the cursor brackets are properly closed, sir, because left side I am seeing 3 cursor brackets, and on the right side there are it is not closed.
Okay. Right, it's not closed. Okay, now it's closed. Okay, this is a nested dictionary. Okay, let me just print this. Okay, I got Amit. Okay.
Sir, can I share my code once again?
Yeah. Yeah, Shampakund, you can share a screen. Okay. N equals to input. You haven't created the score data set, right? You should be initializing the score data set to empty list. Okay, score data set equals to that empty list that you should be creating after n equals to int of input. You should be creating score data set equals to empty list. That if you can do, then
Sir,
it works.
cannot understood.
You did not understand?
No.
Okay, let me share my screen. Okay, so what you have done is you have done this n equals to int of input, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So instead of initializing score data set to, you did not initialize score data set to empty list. Instead of defining the score data set, you're directly appending a dictionary to it, right? But before you do that, you should define what the score data set is, right? Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So we look at PPA 8. Should write these functions? Function factors accept a positive integer n and return the set of all factors of n. Common factors accept 2 integers a and b and then return set of common factors of the 2 numbers. Factors up to accept. Okay, this I think you could do this, right? Can you do this? Okay. Since we do not have much time, I'm just looking at like whether you can do this or like by yourself, or shall we do it now? Factors up to accept a positive integer n, return a dictionary whose keys are integers and then values of sets. Which integer? Okay. This you could do. This you could do by yourself. Okay. First thing is it should be for an integer n. You should be returning a set of all factors of n, and then given for a comma b, you should be returning. You can use the factors function, and then you can just return the common factors among those two. Okay.
So do we have to give in the form of a set type, data type set?
Yeah.
Then is there a function like we have in list append? How do you put something into a set?
There is a function. There is a method called add.
Set.add.
Yeah. I mean, whatever name you have, right, for the particular set, that dot add. Okay. All right. So for common factors, you can use this factors of A and then factors of B, right? I mean, using the function you defined in the first factors, you could just use that to get the common factors. Okay. Even for factors up to also, you could just use the factors function. Okay. Clear? Okay. Like I'll solve this. Okay, I'll solve this for you guys. me just remove this. Let me create a set of database equals to set, and then for I in range of 1 to n plus 1, because n is also an factor of n, right? So if n remainder with respect to I equals 0, then s dot add I. Okay, that's it, and then return yes. Okay, common factors, we not have this. I could just use this factors of A and factors of B. Okay, let's not look at this intersection function, and then okay. Here also I should be returning set, right? Okay. Let me create another set called S, it's equal to set. So for a factor in FA, if factor in FB, okay, then S dot add factor, return yes. All right, that is how you get this common factors. Basically you check whether the factor is in FA. For each factor in FA, you check whether that is there in FB also. If it is there in FB, you add that factor. Okay, so for this is just like looping through it and then having factors of I as a value to this key I. Okay, this is like straightforward. All right, the last one up to n, basically we should be creating this key value pair where the key is that number I. Okay, I mean from 1 to n. Okay, 1, 2, 3 and so on n, those will be the keys, and then the factors will be the set of factors corresponding to the number I. Okay, and we know how to get the factors for a number I, right, using this function factors. Okay, clear? PPA 8.
So for one of the previous weeks, we had to find a common factor. It was such a difficult question at that time, for me at least. So if we had known this, it would be easier.
If you have known sets or like,
yes, how we can find the common factor, I struggled at that time. So for factor in FA, now it looks more easier than earlier.
So if you know the logic and then like if you've seen the code, it always appears easy. Yeah. But then if you practice it, you'll get it.
Yeah, this was very difficult question for me earlier.
Okay. So we look at PPA 9. Okay. So one student was asking for this Perl power. Okay. Yeah. So we need to accept a words as input, create a dictionary name real dict. Okay. Whose keys are letters of English alphabet. For each key, the corresponding value should be a list of words that begin with the key letter. The corresponding value should be a list of words that begin with this key letter. Okay. For given key, the word should be appended to the corresponding list in order in which they appear. Okay. This is like creating a dictionary, right? Like how we actually order, not exactly order, but it's like grouping the words based on the first alphabet. Okay, look at the example, you'll get it. Apple and oranges are only fruits. Okay, for A we have apple and R. For F you have fruits. For O you have oranges only. Okay, and then we have here no word and all. We have here For A we have A itself, and then basically for each of this no, right? Whichever one we have with no with n now, so that should be appended. Let's say if there are like any words starting with A, you should be appending that to the key should be A, and then the word should be those. The value should be the list of those words. Okay, is this clear? No? Hello, is this problem clear?
Yes,
For
sir.
each key letter, the corresponding
Where
value
is the
should be a list.
key?
What?
Key is not inserted in the dictionary. Only the words.
It's the first alphabet in each
The
word.
first alphabet, yeah, the first alphabet in each word, that is the key.
That means in the dictionary there are 26 keys.
Yeah.
26
Okay.
words are not.
Or else what you could do
Whatever
is,
has been in.
or else what you could do is you could just create the key whenever that alphabet exists. Like, for example, let's say if that particular alphabet is not at all used, then there's no point in creating that particular thing, right? Okay. So they said for each letter corresponding to the value should be a list of words that begin with this key. Okay, that's it. Like only if that letter is present. Suppose let's say here you have apple and oranges or only fruits, right? There is no word that begins with B. Okay, so you should not be creating a key B. Okay, and then corresponding to that value, you cannot be having an empty list. All right, did you get what I was saying? So basically, you should be having only keys as A, O, A, and O, A, O, and then F. Okay, only those are the keys you should be having. All right, is it clear?
Okay, we'll try.
Yeah. So like this is like the
Please
first
show the
problem.
code for PP8, please, once again.
And in this, there is no indication that we don't have to make keys for each letter of the alphabet.
Right. Yeah, exactly. There is no indication of it. You could just try it out. You could just try it out like normally, and then like you could do it in both ways. Okay. In this case, what happens is whichever one passes the test cases, then that's it.
Please maximize the code.
Okay. Yeah,
Sir,
yeah.
please
Yeah.
maximize. Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay, so do not look at this one. Okay.
But we could have done also intersection, right?
Yeah, we could have done intersection, but just don't want to use that method directly.
Okay.
So we'll move on to the PP9. Okay, none of you have solved it? If you have solved it, please raise your hand. So Bharat Raghunan, you haven't watched Hunter lectures, but you're able to solve this problem, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
That's why.
Yeah. You were saying something?
I was able to do it, sir.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So Bharat, are you a student or currently a student?
Right now I'm doing this data science, sir. I used to work as a manufacturing engineer. I'm shifting into data science.
Okay. Okay. So right now, have you quit your job or to do this, or are you doing
Yes,
both?
sir. Yes, sir. I'm going to do my next master's in data science. I've taken this course as like my introduction to data science.
Okay. Okay. I see I see you answering lots of questions in discourse. You're doing it pretty well.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
I'm just using it as a way to learn more.
Sir. Hello, sir.
Yes.
So problem
Yes.
facing in appending the value against a particular key. That means
Okay.
A for apple, A for and. If key A is exist, I should append it after apple. Then
Yeah.
if there is a new entry, it is perfectly okay. Then if there is a repeating entry, then
See, like if it is a new entry, then you should be
if
creating
key
a
is
list.
present, suppose if key is present,
Can I repeat?
first I check key is present, then
Okay.
I
Okay.
cannot confuse.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Key is not present, I simply append. Then if key is present.
Okay. Okay. We'll do that. Okay. So let me solve this problem. Okay. So let's look at the solution. We need to accepting input, right? So the words equals to input dot split we need to create real dict. So for word in words, if word of 0 in real dict in the dictionary real thing, okay, which basically means that it has a key with the starting letter of the word. Okay, so then what we should be doing, we should be appending this word to that okay, to the existing dictionary. So we should be appending real dict dot real dict of word of 0 dot append word. Okay, because this is a list. Okay, this is a list. Real dict of word of 0 is a list. Okay, to that list you're appending word. Okay, else which basically means this letter is not present, this word of 0 letter is not present. So in that case, what you should be doing, you should be creating a new list.
Word 0, comma word.
What? 0, comma 1 what? have created a new list and then I have added the word to it. Can you repeat what you're saying? 0,
Yes,
1?
yes. No, it is okay.
Okay, this is okay, right? See, basically, if this word of 0 is present, then I'll append this to this list. Okay. If that is not present, then I'll create this list. Okay. I'll create the list and then the first entry to this list will be this word itself. Okay. Clear?
Yes, sir.
That's all we need to do. So let me test run it. Yeah, we were able to pass all tests. Okay. Okay. So the PPA 10 we'll discuss in the next session. Okay. Yes. You can try
Sir,
that out.
can I just see the your code? Yeah.
Okay. This is similar to the first problem which was solved PPA 1 for the frequency, right? Here instead of frequency we are having that list of words.
Sir, I don't understand how we created the list within that dictionary, the values.
Okay, so let me just do it this way. Key equals to word of 0. Okay, key equals to word of 0. If key is there in real dict, right? So then what we should be doing?
Yeah.
Then this is a list, right? Real dict of key is a list, right? Okay, it is a list of words, no? So we should be appending these words to this to this dictionary, right? Am I correct?
But how did we know that it was a list? I mean, where did we specify that it was a list?
It is a list. Where did we specify? It was specified in the question. It should be a list of words.
No. That is there. That's
Okay.
the specification.
Here,
How did it become a list? I don't understand.
Okay.
How did the
Okay,
values
so
become a list?
Here. Okay, so instead of this, I could write key.
Oh, okay.
This
You've created a
is
list.
in the else part.
Okay. In the else part.
So if I do it this way, maybe it will be easier for you.
I started with that, not in.
Okay.
Yeah, I started with that for that reason.
It's clear right now.
Yeah, we define the list. Okay. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, so thanks everyone. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
We will look at the PPA 10 problem in the next session. All right. Yes. So
Thank you so much, sir. Thanks a lot, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.